Hey, what's up? This is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be going over Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged performance from April 10th, 1996. So for this one, I chose Two Bar. The first video that they did, the first song they did for the performance, my bad. The first song of the performance is called Nutshell. And so I'm pairing it with Two Bar because it's really dark and complex, but it's still somehow smooth. So despite of how dark it is and dense and complex, it's still nice and easy to sip. And I think Two Bar complements that very well, just like the song. Two Bar is actually only about 2.5 miles away from the Moore Theater, which was Alice in Chains, one of their most famous live performances. So the MTV Unplugged almost didn't happen because there were so many issues going on with the band in rehearsals, preparing for this performance. But luckily it did happen. So without further ado, let's get down to it. That bass comes in. It comes in. All right, I'm going to stop it right there and kind of talk about that a little bit. Not too much. I'm going to try not to stop it too much because it's a beautiful song. So I had heard this album multiple times before seeing this. I was in high school in Seattle in the 90s. And so I was very, very familiar with Alice in Chains. But until I saw this performance, I didn't really catch that how each instrument started playing one at a time. So Jerry Cantrell, he's the one who put the band together in 1987. Jerry Cantrell starts off with just solo on guitar, then the bassist comes in, and then you see in the back the drummer lights up, and when he comes in, and then Lane comes in with his vocals. And so just the way that it step by step progresses in the beginning, it just builds. It's so good. Let's do that one more game. And the bass is just cranked up. I love the bass in this song. And this song is another great example of them saying that when it comes to an unplugged or acoustic performance, you're really reliant on the drummer to keep his S together. Because if the drummer starts hitting the drums, then everybody else is going to turn theirs up. Then all of a sudden it sounds like you're, in a garage. But the drummer keeping it nice and cool and mellow lets everybody else just put out some beautiful music. All right, I'm going to shut up.
fight this battle all alone. No one to cry to, no place to go home.
Jerry Cantrell's guitar work in that is killer. Love the bass. You saw on the bass it says "Friends don't let friends get friends haircuts." That's because at that show, Metallica was sitting in the front row, and it was the first time they'd ever seen Metallica with their haircut. Because all through the '80s and stuff, they had long hair, and then they show up at that show, and they said that all of the Metallica guys had their hair cut super short, and so they were just jabbing at them because they were friends. Alice in Chains and Metallica were friends. You can see Lars and Jerry Cantrell talk about it in a video interview on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for joining me for that. That was the first video on that set, the first song that they performed, and so please join me for the next ones when we check out the other songs that they did that day, and see what we think about them, and see what kind of Washington State whiskey we can pair with them, and see if we can meet that challenge. Let us know how we did. Appreciate you guys. See you next time.